Let's start Part 2 installation of Ubuntu 24.04. We want to install Ubuntu 24.04 operating system virtually on VMware Workstation Player, so I'm assuming that you have already installed VMware Workstation in your Windows operating system. If you don't know how to install, go and watch previous video. Now once VMware is open, click on Create New Virtual Machine. Then next step there are two options. Click first on Typical. And here we choose third option, which says I will install the operating system later, and then click on Next. Now here choose Linux option, and then choose Ubuntu 64-bit version, then click on Next. Here you can give the name of your virtual machine. I'm going to name my virtual machine Ubuntu. And then you specify the capacity of the virtual machine, so I generally choose a 100 GB for this, so I'm going to just a 100 GB for this virtual machine. Also I'm going to choose split virtual disk into multiple device option here, and click on Next. Now here on the next window, you can customize the hardware, so click on Customize Hardware option. And then you have the memory, which is 4 GB. You can increase or decrease the memory depending on the capacity of your computer. I'm going to increase it to 8 GB, because my computer allows this. And then I choose the processors. By default, 2 processors are assigned to my virtual machine. I can assign more processors, so for example, I'm going to just choose 4 core processors for my virtual machine. Then I have the option to choose the new CD/DVD. From here I can provide the path of my ISO file, so I'm going to select Use ISO File Image. And then click on Browse, and then I can browse to the location where my Ubuntu ISO file is located, which I have downloaded, so I'm going to click on this file and select this file, and then click on Open. And you see the file is selected here, and then click on Close. And then click on Finish. Once this virtual machine created, you can select this Ubuntu 24.04 virtual machine, then click on Power on virtual machine. So here select Next because no changes require, leave it as default. Then click on Next. Then click on Next. Then click on Next. Then here we have 2 options. By default we choose, because we want to install Ubuntu. Then click on Next. Then click on Next. Then here tick both option and click on Next. Then here choose default option, erase disk and install Ubuntu. Then click on Next. You need to provide the username and the computer name for your Ubuntu operating system, and then provide the strong password, and once you are done with providing details, click on Next. Now on the next window, you can choose the location where you are located, and then click on Next. Now on the next window, you can review your choices, and then after click on Install, which is going to start the installation of Ubuntu on your VMware Workstation. So from this point you just need to wait for this progress bar to reach to the 100 mark for each and every tool. Once the installation of Ubuntu is finished, you will be able to see this kind of message, which says Ubuntu 24.04 LTS is installed and ready to use. You need to restart the virtual machine for complete installation, so click on Restart Now button. Now you can see our Ubuntu operating system has been started here. You just need to click on your username. And then just give your password you have provided at the time of installation. I'm going to provide my password, and then press Enter. And now you can see our Ubuntu operating system has been started for the first time. When you start an Ubuntu operating system, it's going to give you an interface like this where you can choose the online accounts. From here I'm going to skip for now.